Today in history. It's time for our daily journey to the past, but before we check out what happened today in history, here's the quiz question for you.
Okay, an unmanned spacecraft launched for space exploration is called, number one, a prune, or number two, a probe. Yes, the space prune. Again, sorry. An unmanned spacecraft launched for space exploration is called, number one, a prune, or number two, a probe. If you know the answer, and I kind of just gave it away, put it on our Bandi board or text in pounder sharp 1045. That will cost you 50 won. The prize is a wireless mouse.
It always works really well with me whenever I have this constipation problem.
Oh, what, a probe?
Could be.
Okay.
You don't want to give it away
One of
yet.
these two options,
exactly.
right?
Right. Okay, so we are going to be talking about two things today, actually. So here they are.
Today in history. In 1977, Voyager 1 was launched, and in 2007, Kosan became the first prime candidate for the Korean Astronaut Program.
1977년 9월 5일은 Voyager 이렇게 읽나요? Voyager 1호가 발사된 날이고요. 또 2007년 9월 5일은요. 고산 씨가 대한민국 최초 우주인으로 선발된 날이기도 합니다. 네, 벌써 2007년이면은 it's been like
7 years.
7 years? Really?
Yep.
그렇게 오래됐구나. 네.
Already, right. Well, we start today's journey to the past by jumping into space, quite literally.
That's because we have two events that are related to humankind's last frontier, space.
And first of all, we go to 1977, when the first probe of NASA's Voyager program was launched on this day.
The Voyager 1 has been operating for 37 years since its launch, and as of August this year, it's the farthest spacecraft from our planet.
One of the interesting things about the probe is that it carries a gold-plated disc, which was placed in the hopes of encountering intelligent life from other planets.
그 외계 생명체를 만날지도 모르니까 이제 그런 희망을 가지고 금으로 이렇게 코팅이 된 디스크를 넣어서 이렇게 발사가 됐군요. And the content of the disk outlines an overall view of life on Earth, such as photos and greetings in 55 languages and various sounds that aim at representing our planet, such as whales, a baby crying, Mozart, and performances of indigenous music.
And Gangnam Style. No, not on the disc.
Okay.
It's expected that the Voyager will continue to run until 2025 when its power source is depleted. That's really cool, though, isn't it? I didn't know that they put that disc with all that information on there.
Right.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yes. And on the same topic of space, now we go to a more recent year when Korea's first ever person actually was selected as a candidate to go to space.
And his name was Ko Han, who was selected among 36,000 applicants in 2007 by the Korean Astronaut Program.
Actually, they did some screening process before we got to meet I think at least hundreds of them.
Okay.
Because I was one of the judges who picked who's going to be the final, actually the person who's going to go on this spacecraft.
Lee Bo-young chose the first Korean to go to outer
One
space.
of many,
wow.
many people, actually.
What an honor.
What an honor. I was
Yeah.
so honored. And one interesting thing that I still remember is that most of these candidates, they were, their English language, the ability was so superb. And most of them were big fans of Morning Special.
Oh, really?
So I really appreciated them.
Very nice.
Yes.
Well,
and,
well, they told you that.
Right.
You're picking the winner. What do you do? Morning Special? I love that show.
그래서 그랬나? And that was a milestone moment in Korean space history, as we all remember, and one that, has yet to write its final chapter.
Right. Now, before we wrap up, let's check out today's quiz question answer. The question was, an unmanned spacecraft launched for space exploration is called, number one, a prune, number two, a probe, and the answer is number two, a probe.
네, 특히 탐사선 같은 거 가리킬 때 probe라고 말하게 되죠.
That's it for today in history, and we'll be back on Monday with more from the past.